I'm a dad over 40. And the truth is that being a dad is the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. Everybody talks about how cute the moments are, how it's a blessing to be a father, but nobody talks about how stressful it is, how exhausting it is, and the pressure that we as men have during fatherhood. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how hard it really is to be a dad, the truth that nobody talks about. So first, let's talk about the pressure to provide. We have to work most of the time, full time, to provide for our families and to take care of them in whatever way they need. And that's not a bad thing. That's not me saying that we don't want to do that, but that comes with a lot of pressure, and it's overwhelming pressure, and we get stressed out about it. And most of the time, men as dads, we suffer in silence, and no one knows about it most of the time. So, I mean, if you're a dad and you're dealing with this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even if things are going well for you, you always have that in your mind. What about if something happens? What about if somebody gets sick? What about if we have an emergency with one of the cars? What about if if anything happens, we have to be prepared. We have to basically pull it together and be strong and be there for our families. There's a lot of pressure when it comes down to that. One of the things that we also deal with is the guilt of not being present. What does that mean? Well, because we have that responsibility that we got to take care of our family in any way and provide and give them everything that they need, we miss a lot of opportunities also. I'll give you an example. My family last week went to Disneyland. I'm very happy that they were able to go to Disneyland, but I was not able to make it. The reason why I was not able to make it was, one, Disneyland is very expensive. We are a family of 4. And basically, it's very expensive to go to Disneyland. That's number one. And number two, which has to do with that also, is I wasn't able to make it because I have to work. I couldn't miss a day of work, basically, to go to Disneyland with my family. And because of that, I had to miss basically those fun moments that my son had for the first time in Disneyland. I remember actually being in my office, getting some pictures from my girlfriend that she sent of my son, basically super excited to be there. And I got to miss those moments because I had to basically be at my job. So we feel guilty a lot of times because we want to be there for our families, for our kids. We want to do different things with them. But a lot of times we have to miss because we know we also have to provide for them. So, and again, if you're a dad, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not saying if you're a mom, you don't go through any of these things, by the way. This is just my point of view as a dad, because I can't talk about moms or their side of the story. And I know they deal with their own things, but again, this is just basically talking about what dads go through and how I've been dealing with different things also. So again, that is one of the things, the guilt of not being present. And we always think, and we always go through, am I doing enough for my family? And a lot of times we feel guilty because we are missing out on different things. Now, another thing that a lot of parents and dads probably don't want to talk about, or it doesn't come up as much because, again, we're probably going to feel bad for it, is the emotional toll that it takes on us. A lot of times we are dealing with stressful days at work and different situations, and then we come home, and you come home to a noisy house, maybe kids throwing a tantrum, or just playing around but making a bunch of noise, and all you needed was a little bit of quiet time, especially after the really stressful day you had at work. And to be honest with you, we're not always just physically tired, but mentally, emotionally, we get tired, exhausted also. And that is very hard to deal with because you want to come home, you want to be present, but at the same time you can't because you are so emotionally or mentally exhausted. So that is another thing that makes being a dad so hard for a lot of us. And that's why I think it's super important that we take care of ourselves. There is a saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. And that is 100% true. How are we going to take care of our families, provide for them, and give them everything that they need when we are not taking care of ourselves? So you've definitely got to take care of yourselves first to be able to give and take care of your family as much as possible. And a couple things that I've learned is sometimes you have to take a few minutes just for yourself. So if that means going into the room, taking 5-10 minutes to take deep breath, or to read a book, or to do something just for yourself. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need to just take a 5-minute walk. And it doesn't have to be long, but just something to be able to relax yourself, to be able to take care of your family or be there for them. And again, you're doing it to take care of yourself. And if you are taking care of yourself, you're going to be able to take care of your family. Just remember, guys, we don't have to be perfect. We just want to be present. So a lot of times, even if it's doing something simple with your kids, maybe I can't take them to Disneyland, but maybe I can take them outside to the park and take them for a walk, take them for a car ride, read a book to them. I can do different small things and still be present for my kids, even though I'm not doing something big like taking them to Disneyland. So my whole point about this video is fatherhood, being a dad, is very hard. But at the same time, it's also worth it. We have to deal with a lot of things, but we can also do it, and we want to do it for our kids and for our family. Very important to understand is that you are not alone. I realize that I'm not the only father, I'm not the only dad that goes through this. There's other people that go through this also, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because a lot of times as men, as dads, we don't always get a chance to talk about this kind of stuff. For me, being a dad, and now that I'm over 40, it's been very, very hard. And I don't always have somebody to talk about this kind of stuff to. So I wanted to make a video because I know there's a lot of other people out there that do this, are going through the same thing. And sometimes hearing somebody's story or seeing that they're not alone helps you keep going. So that's mainly the reason why I wanted to make this video. Make sure, guys, that you keep going, you keep showing up for your family, and don't be afraid to take care of yourself. And let's talk about it. Drop a comment below if something in this video resonates with you. And I hope you enjoy. Please subscribe to this channel. And I'd love to make more videos about this topic. So your comments will help me out a lot. So I really appreciate that. Thanks again.